My name is Marten. I'm the founder and CEO of Gamecan. We're a game development studio from Pärnu, and it's very cool that we were invited here to talk about studio and tomorrow generally about the Estonian game development industry as well. So what I'm going to talk about, like, and then we can take some kind of the history of what we do, what our team is like, our team size, our composition, then a bit about our company culture, which is something super important for us. The games we've been working on and are working on, the office, Pärnu in general, and the vision where we want to go. If we talk about the very, very beginning, basically I've been personally addicted gamer, I would say, since 1994 when I was 4 years old. Played every game on the yellow cassettes and Famicons that we could get our hands on. No actual NES or any other consoles. And I remember in 1996, I got my hands on PlayStation 1 with Tekken 3, and it was freaking amazing. I thought that I couldn't understand so lifelike or so cool. And fast forward from there, I played a lot of competitive games, and at one moment we played Assassin's Creed competitively with friends. And one of them, because they knew I had a video production background, asked me if I could do something in After Effects. Their friend is making a game, an Israeli friend, and they would want a cool user interface. So I asked them if they kind of have any documentation or what the game is going to be. They really didn't have, and because by that time I had some business development and project management experience from my previous companies, I proposed to them that, okay, let me do something. So I finally Googled what's like a game design document, and it was in 2014. Then in a few months, I had found like extra 5 to 10 people from Facebook. We started making a game. I think it was called Sector 9. Basically, robots go pew pew in space. And from 2014 to 2019, probably at least half of you have seen the meme indie game bingo. We probably got all the squares. Like we had everything from revenue share to a failed Kickstarter, and we had source control on OneDrive, which was pretty crazy. We had a Facebook messenger group to say that, yo, I made a commit on the little push added to that level, uploaded it, and now you can download it. And actually at one time we decided to switch from Unity to Unreal Engine, which was very good for us. We were making a third-person shooter for PC and consoles. And in 2019, we released it into early access. And what happened from there, we have a business development agent in United States. He went to DICE, I think, in Las Vegas, showed over to a few publishers and bigger studios. And the guys asked, what's the team size of this? And when they learned that it's only 8 people, then we got massive interest in work for hire for anything Unreal Engine related. And in the beginning of last year, still 8 people, and today we're slightly over 50. So we're growing super fast, and we're at a point where we're so in demand for our Unreal Engine expertise that if we could hire 20 developers today, then we would probably do it immediately. And now in 2021, we're continuing work for, and we're also starting on our own second game after Overstep, which is an RPG. That's all I can say. Into a bit what we do. More specifically, we are super focused on Unreal Engine. So for example, even if we hire junior developers, the test task already includes requirements like multiplayer and you cannot use blueprints. You need to do everything in C++. And because of that, we have kind of put together an amazing team of people who really truly understand Unreal through and through. So you might know the main kind of challenge with Unreal is that once you get your hands on it, it's pretty easy to make things work. But actually, in the long run, if you're producing, let's say, a multi-platform project that time from like 6 months to 2 years, if from day one you do not respect the framework of Unreal Engine, you're going to have so much refactoring that it's going to cost you double compared to what it could if you respected the framework. And right now we're making 2 games of our own. We're in publishing talks for Overstep to release it into full release mid next year, and then in pre-production with RPG. We're also making 3 games for our clients. Maximum Games / Modus Games recently acquired Maximum Football, and then we're working with them. The new title of Maximum Football is fully outsourced to us, and we're kind of making it from scratch on Unreal Engine. I also know that throughout the time since we started work for hire, we always told all team members that 2 games were never like 2 types of games are sports games and simulation. And now we're making a sports game, but it's really cool. Like the publisher we're working with has given us a lot of freedom to explore other kinds of approaches to usual sports simulation games. And then we worked on projects like allocating like 3 to 10 people, like G.I. Joe Operation Blackout, Street Power Soccer, Open Country, game. And our team so far we have 14 different nationalities. There really isn't too much game development talent in Estonia, so we need to hire super internationally from all corners of the world. A lot of our people have worked on bigger games. One of the senior technical artists, for example, is moving to Estonia end of November. Is moving here from with a lot of experience, and he's going to focus on creating even more advanced tools pipeline for us. And also very important, you can always follow us on Instagram at Gamecan team, doing a lot of cool stuff. And basically our culture, that one is the most important, what kind of defines Gamecan. Personally, my background comes deeply rooted from the hip hop culture. I've been a breaker, I have my own dance studio, and from the hip hop culture, there's philosophy, peace, love, unity, and having fun. So just communicating with people based on who they are. And from that, we have this job interview that I always do personally, this kind of personality interview. And basically my job is to make sure that we don't hire anyone who has even the smallest tendency of becoming an asshole and unkind to other people around them. So now we're in a position where we have 50 people who are amazing to each other, and that really creates the environment that we can have a very strong work and life balance. Like when we're in the office, we're highly professional, we take our work very seriously, and we rarely crunch. Probably during 1 year we have like 5 crunch days, and at the same time we have cool stuff like Spa Tuesdays. Sometimes we go to my mother's place and have like a barbecue party with the whole team, and we take a lot of attention to people's both professional and personal goals. Member Barry, who's our COO, actually does a call or a talk with every single team member every single month. Not even talking so much about work, but more like how that person is. If there is something that is that person's productivity, we like the approach we have is to talk to them and see what's up. Maybe there's something personal that we can maybe help with. The games we worked with, I already mentioned. There's a few bigger projects as well that I cannot live. Office. We have a very nice office in the city center in Pärnu. We had like 100 square meters. Now we got another 100 square meters at the other end of the corridor. And in August, we're moving on to 400, 500 square meters of office space. And we already know that by our growth, we probably need to keep all 3 offices and look for an even bigger place. It's important for us that all the team members have proper tools for development. So our workstations are more higher end, and we also know that if we invest into those proper tools, then it will kind of relieve some stress that you might have if you don't have a decent PC to work on. Jumping to the next topic, Pärnu. I don't know if like how many of you have been to Pärnu, but Pärnu is freaking amazing. I've lived in Tallinn and I've lived in Spain and traveled a lot. And Pärnu, even though the population is like 40,000-50,000 with us, like a small city vibe, for me it's like the best place to live in. I also have 3 kids, so the kind of safety Pärnu has, that I can send like a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old to play without supervision for like 5 hours and not even be worried about it, is a great feeling. Environment for the work-life balance as well, because like everything is so close, the river, the beach, bogs, forests. If you go into our booth, the Gamecan booth on there, then you can also see 2 videos. There's like interviews from the team members and clips about Pärnu as well. Also, the living costs are really low. So if you get like a net salary of over 1,000 euros even, then really well. Like penthouse apartments in the city center, like 1 minute from the office, are like 400-450 euros. Our vision is being one of the strongest Unreal Engine studios on the planet or in the universe. We're using our work for hire business model to grow our team, processes, network, and culture. And by 2024, we are imagining that we're founding a subsidiary that takes on all the work for hire, because there are team members who prefer to work on original IP, and there's team members who prefer to work on awesome client projects, like franchises that they have played for years and years. And through work for hire, we hope to a point where we are in a position where we have the team and the financials to make any original game that we want. And also it's important for us that Gamecan is a flagship Estonian game development ecosystem developer as a studio.
Marten, we only have 1 minute left.
Yeah, I can see. And this is the last one that always are maintaining our culture.